Already seriously challenge the Blacksite loud, Armera Arsenal, mandatory headshots, and explosive revenge. And with Armera Arsenal, that really just means that we have a very limited choice of weapons. And by limited, I actually just mean none, since we can choose from two weapons, the Saw Blade and the MM20, and well, we can only bring two weapons, which means that our choices are, if we want to bring it efficiently, effectively none. So, we're gonna go through here. Hi there. And because it's mandatory headshots, we have to be relatively careful to not get shot too many times, or actually hit our shots, which is considerably, relatively important as well. But we're gonna go... No, we're not doing this. Right, we're gonna clear those units. I think I see a medkit over there, and not just a shotgun shell, but... Right now, we're gonna go over here, we're gonna grab this saw blade, and we're gonna grab this medkit. Seems like relatively good choices, and since Cyber has taken care of that juggernaut over here, it's always a great time to go over here, grab that extra ammunition, reload it, preserve said ammunition, then go through here, and just avoid whatever's happening over there, which I would say is quite a considerable wreck, but hopefully we don't die because there are a lot of CBRCs over there. I didn't plan on doing that, but you know what? That works as well. We're gonna go through here, and we're just gonna ignore whatever that was, which seems relatively reasonable, but we're gonna go over here. We're gonna grab that medkit, and we're gonna go through here, which... That's just kind of how this works. So, right now, we may or may not die, but we're gonna just read our MM20. And aside from mandatory headshots, there's explosive revenge, which isn't really that complicated. But regardless, right now, hopefully it's not in cell A or cell B, because the spawns are right over here and over there, which would make the whole not dying thing a bit more challenging, so hopefully it's not over there. But that's essentially how this is gonna work. Maybe it'll be in cell D since it's not in cell C, quite disappointingly. But we'll see whether it's inside over there, and we'll decide whether we want to go inside over there, which seems relatively obvious, but what I really want to know is whether it's in cell D, which... Right then, we can... Well, that's a great shame. We could always go through here, and right now, hopefully it's not cell A, and rather it's instead cell B, since, quite frankly, this is a lot less running outside whilst getting shot than over there. So hopefully it's not in cell A, which seemingly it isn't. And we're just gonna back off over here for now. And we're just gonna patiently wait and try not to die. Seems relatively obvious. So let's just clear those units over there with an FI7 and not a saw blade, which is gonna work out just fine so far. And those are most definitely more FI7s, seemingly so. But those are shotgunners, which I am far less concerned by than those CBRCs over there, which I would be far more concerned by. But right now we're inside, so we're effectively immune, so... Let's try and keep the whole not dying thing right now, because that seems like some relatively obvious logic. So hopefully, we just go over here, we back off, and right now we're just gonna go over here, we're gonna reload, and we're just gonna stay alive. It's logical so far, so once these open, I see you over there. We're not getting shot right now, we're gonna go through here, we're gonna go up through here, we're gonna have our weapons ready, because there might just be a squad waiting right for us, which would be relatively unpleasant, but it likely won't happen because there are still two squads over there. So unless something really unusual happens, we're not gonna get shot right now. That makes for some absolutely fantastic timing, which I am not very happy about. But there is one other good thing about the FI7, and it's that it technically shoots faster than the saw blade, which is always nice. But actually having some units right now would also be quite nice, which, if you could just not strafe in that direction, that would be quite fantastic, really. And we're just gonna drop a saw blade over here for us to grab some ammunition from. That's kind of how this is gonna work. We're gonna clear those units over there, and Cyber's going to hopefully grab this medkit over here, which would be quite nice. Hi there, folks. Nice to meet all of you, but we're not into this right now. This is not really a gunfight that we're asking for. So let's just try and keep it that way. And let's just try not to, well, die. Once again, seemingly quite obvious, there's that CBRC over there, which we're not gonna grab since We already have an MM20, and that is plenty competent. You know, right now I would be expecting a bit more units, which seems just about right. And that is one frustrating part about mandatory headshots, since, well, right now if there were mandatory headshots, those units would be so much simpler to deal with, which, you know, it would be quite nice if they would have just not caused any problems, but I have to look on the right, and then afterwards deal with those units over there, as the units from the left just walk right over here, which I suppose work out just fine. There is one more over there though, which I suppose I can land a few shots on before dealing with the units all the way over there. Hi there, those are some very, very angry shotgunners. Let's stay alive then, shall we? There's one more mech up there, which I very, very much want to grab, no matter how bad of an idea it is. But we could always have that hold off for later, as we're getting shot quite a significant amount right now, which generally isn't a good thing, but let's just try and keep it in a state where we don't die. And right now seems like a great time to go over here, grab that mech. Why do I have a full inventory? Well, that's a great shame, really. You know what, let's try and get it again, which we're not doing that. We're gonna back away whilst we still have cover, because there are units up over there, which I am not here to fight with, for hopefully rather obvious reasons. And that's gonna open relatively soon, so it's not like we have to deal with that anyways. So let's try and keep it in a state where we don't die. Why are the units at my doorstep right now? They should be slightly further away, to say the least. So now that I'm no longer paranoid of all of those explosives, let's just try and keep it in a state where we don't die. Seems like a relatively solid game plan, so let's try and keep it that way. There are even more mech hits over there, that's just fantastic. Hi there. Those are CBRCs. There are more units from the right. This is not great for the whole trying to not get sandwiched thing. And I'm gonna back off over here, since that's what I feel like doing right now, which is working out just fine as long as no shotgunners show up behind us, which let's try and keep it that way before going in here, grabbing these over here, swapping out our FI7 for a suppressed one. No, really, that's it. Before grabbing this saw blade over here, and grabbing some ammunition, and just staying alive. Once again, relatively obvious. Hopefully Cyber shows up behind us, which would be quite nice right now. It's just bullets. Right then, we can go through here. We can go through here. That's going to be a very pleasant surprise to meet. And then we can slowly push up, deal with those units over there. There's one more, and that's a great waste of, well, of health, so... Great, there's a unit flanking. This is really amazing, so go on, show up. And now that we're done with that, we can go through here, and without any mech kits, hopefully stay alive, and hopefully not shoot each other, since that's kind of part of the policy here. And I guess I'm gonna stand over here and just deal with those units. Right then, that's an explosive. We're gonna back off for a bit, before going through here and just hopefully not dying. Seems like a relatively obvious plan, but we're gonna go up over here, and we're just gonna stay out of those units from behind, which seems relatively obvious, which is what we're gonna do. Never mind then. And now that those units are now taken care of, we're gonna go in here. We're gonna place a demolition charge, and hopefully at some point in the future we'll get some mech kits, because we would both quite like some right now. But now that I've placed mine, Cyber will hopefully place theirs, and hopefully Rose can come over here and start helping out, which would be much better than just standing inside a control room and doing supposedly some things, but I suppose it works out just fine. Those are shotguns, and that's a flashbang, which it's not really great, but then again, we're still alive right now, which is always a nice thing. Things are not looking much better over there, are they? Right then. We're gonna just wait over here. We're gonna stay alive. We're gonna try not to peek out that ambitiously, since that seems like a relatively bad idea, and since we've got a mech kit, thank you very much, we're gonna grab that mech kit, try not to get pushed outwards, which would be quite bad, before going back up through here to just watch those units. And once again, not by pushing Cyber, that's also not a great plan. And hopefully not by missing too many times, which is not a much better plan, but maybe we'll get a few mech kits relatively soon, which so far the answer is no. there are still a lot of units over there, of which I do not consider welcoming to us, and I have most definitely wasted a lot of health with doing that. But maybe we'll get a few more medkits right now. Surely. No, it's not really gonna happen, it's almost certainly not gonna happen, but it'll be nice, and that's for sure. I'm still very much terrified of those units up over there, which, once Rose screams at us once more, we're gonna go over there. Hopefully there won't be an entire squad. And hopefully, it'll go just fine, which... There's a medkit over there. It's very appealing. But right now doesn't seem like the right time to do so, so we're gonna just check on that real quick. That's great. That's a great amount of units. We're just gonna go over here, we're gonna clear that, and we're actually just gonna hide that F57 before going through here, and just let the units shoot at Rose, because Cyber went for the medkit, whilst there was precisely a CBRC squad over there. But regardless, that's the daily challenge and it's just under 11 minutes. Cheers everyone, have a great time!